Hi there, this is David, and here I am again to share with you some exciting facts about the treasures of my beautiful city, Rome. I usually like to enjoy them while walking around with a colorful group of travelers, but since we are all locked down in our homes, why not join me in what I hope will be an entertaining virtual tour of the city? Hopefully, I'll make you fall even more in love with it, and I'm sure that I'll see you soon here in person when all of this is over. Today, I'm going to take you to St. Peter's Basilica, the largest church in the world and the center of the Catholicism. This is really the greatest of wonders. To appreciate its magnificence, you should stand in front of it, in the center of the square. I'm sure you have the chance of doing so soon, but in the meantime, I can give you an idea of its actual size, around 186 meters long and 113 meters wide, which makes almost 3 soccer fields put together. And look at its famous dome designed by Michelangelo, 136 meters high. Just to help you picture that in your minds, I'll tell you this: the rocket that launched the first man towards the moon could easily stand inside the church. It's huge, isn't it? Now, look at the obelisk in the center of the square. It's a very old one, coming from ancient Egypt. The Romans re-erected it in the Circus of Nero, that was located approximately on the left of the present church. In that circus, the first Christians were martyrized, and among them was one of Jesus' apostles, the first chief of the Roman Church, Saint Peter. After his martyrdom, Peter was entombed in a burial place next to the circus. That's why the church was built here, right above what is believed to be the tomb of the saint. Another masterpiece I like to show you is the Colonnade, designed by the famous Baroque architect Bernini. It's a perfect ellipse that seems to embrace the almost 50,000 pilgrims who visit the church every day, or at least used to, and we can wait to see them all soon again. When you come here with me, I'll show you something amazing. The Colonnade is made up of 284 columns divided in 4 rows. But there are 2 particular spots in the squares when you can see the 4 rows line up perfectly, making that look as just 1 column. Are you amazed? Well, that was the architect's purpose. Now, let's take a look at the interior of the church. The first thing you'll notice is the gorgeous marble decorations everywhere. That's where all the precious marble from the Imperial Rome ended up. The popes used the ancient temples and monuments as a quarry for their new buildings. From here, you can still have an idea of the splendor of the imperial decoration. Every corner of the basilica houses a masterpiece. The most famous is the extraordinary Pietà, designed by a 23-year-old Michelangelo. From a large and inanimate stone, he created a living work of art, alive in its very detail. This is also the only piece the artist ever signed. Let's focus now on the main altar, built above the tomb of St. Peter. Over the altar there is an incredible structure called the Baldacchino. It is a 28 meters high canopy, and I truly wish I were inside the basilica right now with you, because only by getting close to it you fully realize how big it is. More or less like an 8-story building. It is probably the largest bronze construction in the world, made in part from the metal of the ancient Roman monuments. Who was the genius who designed it? Once again, Bernini. He created these magnificent 4 twisted columns inspired by those of the destroyed Temple of Jerusalem. When you're there, remember to look above the Baldacchino and you'll see the interior of the famous Michelangelo's dome. Its weight is about 14,000 tons. The beautiful decorations you can admire here are not painted, but is a large mosaic made of thousands and thousands of tiny glass tiles. I can't wait to show you these and other splendors while walking together around my beautiful city. We Romans love to see the wonder in your eyes when we share with you so many centuries of history and art. We need it. It makes us proud. For the moment, stay tuned. I'll be back with other stories soon.